Hey everybody, welcome back to another Adobe After Effects CS6 tutorial. My name is Buddy Blackford and we are going to talk about a tool called the Wiggler. The Wiggler basically randomizes values for you, and it's a quick way so you don't have to keyframe everything and it looks pretty random. So in Window, you want to go down to here and go to Wiggler. And here we have the Wiggler box here. So it's the same as, let me click on position so we can animate the position. Have your keyframe selected, and for spatial path here, this is for position, and anything that moves on the X or Y axis or the Z, you can move, or you can apply spatial path to it. So moving around in space, basically. The other one here is temporal, and that's time, pretty much. So something like opacity will be used with temporal, and I'll show you that after I show you the position. So you got the noise type here, and this option doesn't really matter all that much. Smooth gives you nicer Bezier handles in your graph editor, and jagged gives you broken handles in your graph editor. So pretty much your preference there. Dimensions here we have all independently, which means it's going to move on the X and Y axis. You can have all the same or just move it on the X or Y. Frequency is how many times it's going to randomize your value. Magnitude is how like what's a good word? I guess how severe you can your values will move, like how far away from the original value that it will move is a better term. So I have the position, click on position, and I'll click on apply because I made just a basic motion path going across. Apply, and you can see it added keyframes, and I'll give you a little preview here, and it pretty much did nothing, and the reason why is because I did not increase the magnitude high enough. So let's go to 10, and we will delete. No, let's Control Z to go back. Now I'll apply it, and you can see now it has wiggled. There you go. It wiggles a little bit. I'll make it even more severe. 100. So basically it's randomizing the position for you. And it's not only limited to position. You can use this on effects and other things like opacity. So the easiest one for me to show you right now is opacity. So I'll put him in the middle. I'll scale him up so you guys can see a little better, and I'll set the opacity to, well, do it at 75%. I'll keyframe it. Let's make another one and add another keyframe, and make sure I have those selected. It automatically selected temporal graph because you have opacity. The frequency is, I'm just going to keep that at 5 per second, and my magnitude I'll do it at 25. Apply, and let's check it out. You can see that he's flickering and going to different values there. So if I scrub in the timeline and you look at the opacity, you can see the different values there being changed. So it does add keyframes, and it does change your values in your properties over here. If you would like to fine-tune this even more, you can go into your graph editor and see how since we use smooth, it's going to have the handles and the smooth Bezier handles, and now you can pretty much move any of these that you want to make different, to tweak it pretty much. So I'll make a wiggle without the smooth neck this time. Control Z. Okay, there we go. And now it's not wiggled. And I'll change the noise type to jagged. And we'll just apply. And now if I check out the graph editor here, you can see it's more of like a jaggedy. Let's play it. It doesn't really have much of an effect when you play it. It's just basically for the graph editor, so it's pretty much your preference. Now that's about it for the wiggler. It's a really useful tool, and I use it for things like flickering lights, for if you're gonna take your video footage and turn it into like an earthquake scene, or if something hits something really hard and you need to wiggle it when it hits it so it bounces away or whatever. Those are just a few examples. So just keep in mind the wiggler when you're working on your animation, and it's a good way to just add random values. Thanks for watching the tutorial, and I'll catch you on the next one.